How's it going, everyone? Mike here, and today the Crunchyroll Anime Awards has started again. It's voting time. I cannot wait. This will be my third year now voting, and you guys seem to absolutely love these videos when I put them out. So it's gonna be a spicy year because things like Chainsaw Man just missed out on the deadline last year, so that's gonna be in the mix. Of course, Attack on Titan. It's going to be, I think this will be the most interesting one we've done so far. Out of my 3 years, I think this is going to be the spiciest. I've not looked at any of the candidates. I don't know what it's going to be like. Let's just get into it. I'm not going to hold you up any further. You know what? I'm going to leave this. I can't do Anime of the Year yet. That's way too hard. Let's go Best VA for English. I've got to admit, I don't watch a lot of dubbed anime. I've got to admit, but I have seen clips of the voice actor who did Tamo-chan as a girl, and they were really, really solid. So I'm going to go for Lexi. We're going to vote for her. She did a great job. I saw a lot of TikToks about them. Next, we're not doing Anime of the Year. We can't do this. Best voice actor, Japanese. Let's go for that. We got Anya Forger. I swear she got nominated last year. Denji. Hitori Goto from Bocchi the Rock. Monkey D. Luffy. I mean, yeah. Eren Yeager, he's won loads. This is the thing. Like, I swear Yuki Kaji won last year, and I think we might have voted for Yuki Kaji last year. Gojo's voice actor, always a popular one. I've got to give Bocchi the Rock something. It was such a great show. Absolutely broke the internet when it came out. I know it's not one of the big hitters like Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, but I'm sure they're going to win plenty of votes somewhere else down the line. So we're going to give it to Yoshino Oyama. Did a great job as Bocchi. Next category we do Best Ending Sequence. There was quite a lot. Jujutsu Kaisen always has great ending season. It's on 100. Good to see them here. Mephisto from Oshinoko, very good. 200 Meter Chainsaw Man one was so good. Color was alright. Spy Family. I think Spy Family's been... I don't know. I've not enjoyed this core as much. I mean, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's always here. I'm going to go for 200 Million Centimeter Long Blades. It was a great outro. Chainsaw Man's going to win a lot. I can see it now. Best opening sequence. I've already got one in my head that is going to win this. Heavenly Delusion. I'm great to see Tengoko Daimakyo here. Heavenly Delusion was a great show. Very good opening sequence. I will give it that. But I mean, before I even saw the nominees, I was like, if Idol is not here, Idol just... I don't think there is any debate in it. It was such a good opening sequence. It was easily the best, in my opinion. Best score, we have got Attack on Titan, the final chapter, special 1, Oshinoko, Bocchi the Rock. I mean, it is a music anime. You know what? I am going to give this to Suzume. I watched this in cinema. It's probably some bias showing. I watched this in cinema. It was so good. The music was absolutely amazing. Going to give it to Suzume. Easy. Best anime song. It's a lot of music this year. Suzume from Suzume. Work from Hell's Paradise. Very good. Do I give it to Idol again? I'm giving it to Idol from Oshinoko. It's such a cop-out, but they make nothing but bangers. Like, you have to pick that one. Must protect at all cost character. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Anya Forger's in this every year. Bocchi, I think, was in there last year as well. Soletta Mercury, I don't know if she needs protecting. She pilots a Gundam. I'm going for Miri here, because if none of you watch Buddy Daddies, do yourself a favour and watch it. It sounds a bit weird, like you probably read that title and you're like, oh, what the hell is this? It's a great show. You must watch. It was a must watch from last year. And Miri is absolutely adorable and should be protected at all costs. Best supporting character now, we have got Arataka from Mob Psycho. God, why are you going to do that to me? It's too soon. You can't bring up Zoe. Already Power from Chainsaw Man, Kana, Gojo, and Geto. Best supporting character. I'm going to give it to Power. I haven't voted for much Chainsaw Man yet. Obviously a great addition to Chainsaw Man. If anything, I think people like her more as a main character, but great character. Amazing work. Best main character now. Denji from Chainsaw Man. Great. Eren Yeager. Eren Yeager won so much last year. I'm kind of against picking him. Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. Monkey D. Luffy, obviously One Piece is having I'm going to say a resurgence, but it's never really died off. But there's been a lot of more hype since the live action and the new arcs that have happened. Shigeo Kayama. I think Mob Psycho gets nominations every year, which is crazy. I do love Bocchi. She's great, but I've got to pick the cultured one here, and I'm going for Vinland Saga. Thorfinn. I feel like Vinland Saga is not going to get too many more nominations. It was a great second season, but I think just because of things like more mainstream, like Chainsaw Man, Attack on Titan, I think it's going to get overlooked. So we're going for Thorfinn here. Absolute goated character. Best slice of life. I do love me some slice of life. Do It Yourself, I never watched. Insomniacs After School was pretty good. Skip and Loafer was great. My Love Story with Yamada-kun was great. I never actually watched Horimiya. I should. It's in the list. Horimiya is in the list to watch. And obviously Bocchi the Rock. I feel like I've gave a lot of praise to Bocchi the Rock. I'm going to go for My Love Story with Yamada-kun. This was a great, great show. I was expecting it to be like, oh God, was it Madhouse? I didn't know it was Madhouse who did it. That's probably why it was so good. I thought it was just going to be some generic kind of romance, boring, typical. But actually, Yamada-kun, it was a great show. Definitely check it out if you've not watched it. Best drama now, Oshinoko. That first episode, absolutely the most drama I've ever seen. Attack on Titan, obviously, final season. My Happy Marriage, I've not actually watched. Vinland Saga Season 2. To Your Eternity Season 2. Wow, I'm surprised that's in there. Personally, I've got to give a shout out to Heavenly Delusion. The show was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I wish more people had watched it, but it's a great show. Definitely check it out. It's very different. Best Fantasy, we've got to get through these a bit quicker because there's a lot of categories. Look at all of them. We've probably done just a bit less than half. Best Fantasy, Demon Slayer. I actually feel this arc of Demon Slayer wasn't as strong compared to the other two. It's still Demon Slayer. It's still visually amazing. Hell's Paradise, people absolutely love it. Mashle was a very, I would say surprising, but on manga TikTok, people already knew how good Mashle was gonna be, so I wasn't that surprised. But it was very good. Ranking of Kings, The Treasure Chest of Courage. I haven't actually watched that, so I can't really give an opinion on it. Ancient Magus Bride, great show. You should watch it, but I've got to go for Mushoku Tensei. A lot of people didn't like Season 2, but I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So for Best Fantasy for me, it's always going to be Mushoku Tensei. What a series. Best Action next, we've got Attack on Titan, Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War. I'm surprised this hasn't had more votes up till now. Demon Slayer, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. Are we taking, when we say Season 2, I take it we're taking everything into account, even the stuff that only just finished like 2 weeks ago. In that case, for me, as great as Chainsaw Man is, Chainsaw Man was absolutely fantastic. And I do like Attack on Titan. See, this is what's making me doubt, because this is only like special one from Attack on Titan. So I'm presuming this is the first half of Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Nonetheless, Jujutsu Kaisen was absolutely fantastic. It really just, it made a new, because I've never always been the biggest fan of Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, I've never thought it was bad, but I always thought other shows were better. But Season 2 it's put it up the top for me now. It's fantastic. But saying that, Bleach, you know what, screw it, I'm changing my mind. We're putting Bleach. We've got to show representation, because like I say, it's not been here up to this point. I'm scared it's not going to come up again. Best comedy now, Bocchi the Rock, Buddy Daddies again, Spy Family. Like I say, oh, this is Season 1 quality. This is what I mean. I'm all out of whack with what was it. But you know what I'm giving it to? As good as Mashle was, and I do want to vote for Mashle, I have just seen Urusei Yatsura right here, and this was a fantastic reboot. Amazing show. I'm glad that Crunchyroll has put it on here, because it was a high dive show. But Urusei Yatsura redo, the remake, was absolutely fantastic. I looked forward to it every week. It was such a good, chill vibe of a show to watch. So Urusei Yatsura, as much as I wanted to vote for Mashle, I'm sure it'll come up again. But for me, Urusei Yatsura was great. Best Romance, we've got Insomniacs After School, Horimiya, My Happy Marriage, Skip and Loafer, Tomo-chan as a Girl, My Love Story with Yamada-kun. So I've only watched these 4 right here. I'm sure a lot of people would say Horimiya. I remember seeing a lot of hype for that when it came out. So I know a lot of you are probably shouting at me saying pick Horimiya, but I haven't watched it, so I can't pick. For me personally, Insomniacs was great, but I think these 3 are a bit stronger. I'm going to go for Skip and Loafer. It it was such a cool show, and the art style as well. Well, who was it? PA Works. I thought this was an absolute vibe of an anime. I've already voted for Yamada-kun. I've already voted for Toma-chan. Let's give some love to Skip and Loafer. Best art direction. We have Oshinoko, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, Zom 100, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, all of these are fantastic. You can understand why they're there. I've got to give it to Zom 100. It's just so much more unique than all these. Like, I think my next second closest would be Oshinoko, but Zom 100, it's just visually spectacular. It's such a feast for the eyes, if you want to put it like that. It's visually just so nice to watch. So many bright colours, and the manga's just like that. The covers are absolutely wacky. Zom 100 gets my vote then for best art direction. Best cinematography. Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, all the usuals. Heavenly Delusion is great. It's fantastic. Chainsaw Man also mega, but I'm gonna have to give. I've been holding off. I've got to give something to Attack on Titan. I mean, is it potentially the greatest anime that's ever been? I'll let people discuss that. But it's just been an absolute stellar show, and visually it's amazing for me. Attack on Titan has to get best cinematography in my opinion. Best director, we have director for Oshinoko, Bocchi the Rock, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, and all that, all the good stuff. We're gonna start seeing the same ones come up now. Personally, I'm gonna give it to Attack on Titan because obviously the way they set it out. I know people were complaining about parts and specials and stuff like that, but I think in the end it's paid off, and that is some great directing right there. So Attack on Titan again for me. Right, we're in the last few now. Best character design. Oshinoko, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, I was going to say Oshinoko. Oshinoko was amazing. I'm still tempted. My finger is twitching over it. It wants to pick it. But then we see this little number right down here. Trigun Stampede. I think everyone was expecting it to fail. I mean, I was as well. I was very pleasantly surprised with how well this did. Never watched the original Trigun, so a lot of people probably going to judge me for that. But then when we saw it's going to be 3D animation, was like, oh god, it's going to be terrible. What are they doing? Trigun Stampede was absolutely solid, and some great character design. Personally, the redesign for Vash, in my opinion, was fantastic. The new fluffy boy hairstyle, I think is great on him. I think it suits him to a T. Best animation, I mean, Trigun Stampede here, that's interesting. I mean, it was very good animation, don't get me wrong. Jujutsu Kaisen, Mappa, is going to be a lot of Mappa, isn't it? I mean, Mappa is the king of it. I feel like I want to give something to Mob Psycho, but at the same time, I did vote for a lot of Mob Psycho last year. I'm going to give it for Chainsaw Man. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, it didn't fall off, but you can tell, like, we're fully aware of the situation that's going on at Mappa with the overworking, so, you know, I can't hold that against it, but I've also not voted for Chainsaw Man too much, and I think I'm overlooking it. Chainsaw Man visually was amazing. Obviously, Attack on Titan was as well. The animation was great. Chainsaw Man was nice. It was fresh. It was new. I'm going to give it to that. Right, last five now. Best original anime. Yes, this is what I wanted to see, right? These are my best original anime is always my favourite category because there are some banger shows in here. The only two I've not seen here is Do It Yourself and The Marginal Service. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, a lot of Gundam fans were a bit iffy on it. I think they've warmed up to it a bit over time. I loved it. I thought Witch from Mercury was fantastic. Buddy Daddies, I've already told you, I thought it was amazing. Birdie Wing Golf Girls, no one ever fucking talks about it, but Birdie Wing it's such a solid show. Bandai Namco, which is crazy because it's a game company. You wouldn't think golfing would be so interesting, but there's only one winner in my mind, and that's Akiba Made War. I sung the praises of this day one when it came out. I was there day one, episode 1. I immediately made a video after it aired. I was like, this is amazing. Such a good show. If you've not watched Akiba Made War, do yourself a favour, watch it. It's just so good. Best film, right, I haven't watched a lot of films. I haven't watched Slam Dunk. I really wanted to watch it, but I missed out. I did. Haven't watched Psychopath, haven't watched Blue Giant, haven't watched Black Clover. I have watched Kaguya-sama though, and I have watched Suzume, and as much as I love Kaguya-sama, it was amazing. It was a really good, solid film. Suzume for me, like I say, I watched it in cinema. It absolutely blew me away. Fantastic story. I loved it so much. Easy winner for me. All right, last three now. Best new series now. Oshinoko, Bocchi the Rock, Heavenly Delusion is going to be the same ones we see. For me, it's between these two. I know a lot of people loved Hell's Paradise. I just don't think the show did it too much for me. I think I prefer the manga, to be honest. It's between Oshinoko and Chainsaw Man for me. Both of them absolutely wrecked the internet. Bocchi was amazing as well. Don't get me wrong, Bocchi the Rock was fantastic, but these two, I'm going to give it to Chainsaw Man. I'm just going to... You ask me another day, I'll probably pick Oshinoko, but today it's Chainsaw Man. It's so close. I can't tell you the difference, really. Best continuing series: Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, One Piece, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga, all the usual suspects. Personally, I'm going to give it to Jujutsu Kaisen, simply because, like I said, as good as Season 1 was, I wasn't actually that invested in Jujutsu Kaisen. Season 2 made me invested in that series. Attack on Titan's been good for a very long time, so Chapter Special 1 or whatever it was called, it was just a continuation of more amazingness. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, I just think up the ante and up the bar for me personally. This arc has just been more interesting for me, so I'm going to give it to Jujutsu Kaisen. And finally, I've been trying to avoid it, but here we are, Anime of the Year. It's always the one that makes the most contention. It's going to what makes people fall out. I'm very surprised. Demon Slayer's been nominated for everything. I'm don't get me wrong, it was good. It was very good, Demon Slayer, but I feel it was such a come down from the last 2 seasons. I thought this one wasn't as interesting. For me personally, I'm sure a lot of you loved it, and you're probably there typing now going, what the hell are you on about? Vinland Saga Season 2 is absolutely fantastic show. Might not be for everyone Season 2, because it's very different to Season 1, but it doesn't take away. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 was fantastic. Chainsaw Man Oshinoko broke the internet. Bocchi the Rock was just, it was something new, it was fresh, it just came out of nowhere. At least these people have been reading Chainsaw Man manga for a very long time and knew it was going to be good. People have been reading Jujutsu Kaisen, we already had Season 1, we knew it was going to be good. Oshinoko, tad surprise, how good it was, but people have read that first chapter or 2 and knew the shock factor. My only thing with Oshinoko is I think that first episode was so good, it set the bar too high. Not saying the rest of the episodes weren't good, they were very good, exceptionally good, but it wasn't as consistent, whereas I think, as much as I love Bocchi the Rock, and I think it does deserve it, Chainsaw Man for me, I think it missed out a lot that it's been a year because it just missed the deadline of last year. Every episode was consistent. Everyone fell in love with the characters. I see so many cosplayers of Chainsaw Man. The love is still there. We cannot wait for another season. So my anime of the year is this 2024, 2023? It's for last year, but we're going to call it 2024. My winner is Chainsaw Man. It was an exceptionally amazing show. Tell me down in the comments any other categories you would give winners to. Tell me what your anime of the year is. I'd love to hear it. That's enough from me. I've been rambling too long. There's been so many categories to go through. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.